Sophie here. I'm at the Clothes Show Live and Britain's Next Top Model Live. God, that's a mouthful, isn't it?
Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model Live press day.
Thank you. I'll leave you to say.
It's a nightmare. BINTM Live.
Oh, catchy.
Yeah, I know.
So are you feeling excited about it?
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been a part of Next Top Model Live since it started 2 years ago, and it's just such good fun. And it's kind of nice to meet the fans of the show and to give a little bit back, and they get to get up close to all the girls from this year, and but I can go into details about the show in a little bit. But yeah, I love it. It's great to be a part of.
It's the first time it's merged together, so have you had to adapt what you do on the day?
I think there's going to be some. Essentially, it's going to be what Next Top Model Live's been for the past 2 years, but combined with the Clothes Show, but for one ticket price. And because it's happening in sort of mid-UK, it makes it much more accessible for everyone in the whole of the UK. But yeah, it's just going to be bigger and better. And essentially, there's going to be the Next Top Model Live catwalk. So I'm going to be hosting that. We're going to be doing at least up to maybe 6 shows a day with all this year's current girls and all high-end designer wear, and it's a real chance for the fans to get up really close to the girls. And there'll be a mingling area, we'll be wandering around, they'll be signing autographs, I'll be signing autographs if they want to say it, and there's going to be the usual boutiques and the shopping and the pampering and the model masterclasses, and there are going to be scouts wandering around, so if you think you've kind of got a look, you can come along and try and be seen and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be the same thing but bigger and better. And of course you've got all the Clothes Show and the Suzuki Live Theatre going on with Grace Woodward and Henry Holland, and that's going to be the same. What is it, the 24th year of the Clothes Show? So yeah, the combination can only be a good thing. It's going to just be enormous.
I'm sold.
Yep, good.
There's the top model just strutting past now.
And there goes Letitia right now.
How's she doing since the show? Are you impressed with her progress?
Yeah. I think she made a huge amount of progress just over the show. I know actually a lot of the models did. She looks great today. I saw her walking earlier downstairs, and she's really developed because she's still very young at heart, and she's lovely. She's a genuinely really nice person. I think she'll only get better with age. I think she'll just sort of get that inner strength, that inner fierceness which comes with age. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's so true. There is something there, just a bit of anger. She's brilliant, yeah.
It comes out the eyes as well, that sort of thing, doesn't it?
That's all that smizing stuff. But do you know what? She has a point. She does have a point. It is, because you can get people smiling with their dead eyes, and it's just like, you're not really smiling, are you? It is, because so much of it is, you can make great shapes, and you can be fluid, and you can be really great and know all the catalogue moves and all that kind of stuff, but you've got to bring your own thing to it. And I used to bang on about it when I was a judge, and people used to take the mickey, but it's so important to be present, as we like to say, and really engaging, because when someone's turning the page, if you're not, you're going to just keep on breezing past. So the clothes won't get advertised. You have to be engaging. It really is.
On the most part, would you say their walks have improved? Have you noticed that most of the ones that had the dodgy walk?
Yeah. It's really tricky, because someone says, right, you're on the runway, walk, and you think, well, how do I change from just walking down the street? And sometimes it's just walking down the street, we're just accentuating it a little bit. It's about your energy and about carrying yourself, because if you're thinking about it too much, it becomes overly caricatured and all that kind of stuff. So yes, they develop massively. They've really got much better and better and better. So of course you're going to have Matt Henry at the show, who'll be doing the model class, master classes, and teaching people how to walk properly, but he'll keep them licked into shape. I mean, he's a great teacher, and he'll help them develop even further.
Did you always find a walk easy enough to do, or did you struggle at first as well?
It's a bit different for blokes, because there is a specific technique for girls, isn't there? It's one foot in front of the other, it's a certain shape and a move, but not too much. It's also about interpreting what the production team want you to do, and about what the designer's theme is. Everyone has a theme, don't they, for their show? So it's about having the Charley Speed walk that everyone knows you for, but then just giving it a little twist that's relevant to the show. But no, I was one of those lucky, jammy, confident kids. I had no idea how many people were watching you. I was sort of oblivious to it. And essentially, I kind of just walked how I walked down the street, and they liked that.
Natural flair, we might say.
Well, I don't know. I think it's just, it's just making the clothes look good. Yeah. Making the clothes look good, not being overly bowly, not being caricatured, and just,
Now with Letitia, I think there were some reservations because she's a curvaceous girl, as was Jade the year before. But how has that worked out in the industry? Are they getting the jobs that you hope they would?
I mean, I've barely had a chance to chat to her, and I really want to catch up with all the girls. Obviously, I've come here today to see how they're going on and how they're progressing, and they're really developing into proper models. I think it'd only be a good thing, though, and that's why we were so pleased to have Jade as a winner last year, because we're trying to buck the trend a little bit. High-end designers, high fashion shows, you're always going to have that. Well, hopefully you won't always have that, but you are consistently having, for the most part, fairly androgynous-looking girls, not too shapely, because essentially designers want the cut of their clothes to essentially hang. But I think you can. But then a curvy girl can bring so much more to an outfit, and it's genuinely sexy, and it's feminine, and I'm all for it. And I think it's not like she's not skinny. But she's curvy, but she's got boobs, and she's got hips, and she's got curves, and I think that can only be a good thing.
It's got all the lady shapes, basically.
She's got. Don't tell her, but she's a cracker. No, she's
Bobby Dazzler.
Oh dear.
I went there.
You went there. She's stunning. I think it can only be a good thing. I think she has the potential to. I think she can be shot very commercially because she's genuinely beautiful and she's a stunning girl, but she can be edgy too. It depends how you make her up. So I think she's one of those rare girls that can be quite versatile. That is rare. So hopefully, she's got a good walk. Her walk's developed hugely.
Now, there's a bit of a stigma about people that have been in reality shows. Is that the same for contestants or people that partake in Britain's Next Top Model within the industry, do you think?
It can be. The thing is that because they get a contract with Models One are one of the longest-running, high-end agencies, any kind of stigma falls away anyway, because you wouldn't be with Models One.
They have to be good.
They have to be good for Models One to take them on, and in all seriousness, it's true. So, and the proof's in the pudding. You can either model or you can't. And I think with each series, the show gets stronger and stronger, and so do the competitors. But yes, there is, and the fashion industry can be very insular, very cliquey. But it can't afford to be anymore. And as you can see, so much of it goes to the high street now. So many high-end designers have their own brands in more mainstream shops. Because it's an industry, it's a business. I think it can only go that way. So, yeah, of course, there's always going to be stigma with these things, but a lot less so than there used to be, I think. It's opening up. It is a good thing.
Earlier you were saying that people obviously go to the event to hopefully get spotted, and I imagine they turn up with loads of makeup, really like trotting about in really glamorous stuff. What would you say is the best way to get noticed by someone like you or spotters?
I'll tell you what the best way to be noticed is to work on your strengths. Be honest with yourself. I mean, are you a commercial girl? Are you kind of genuinely quite pretty, quite tall, or are you a bit edgy? You're a little bit sort of left field, a little bit unusual, but still striking. So work on that. So if you are kind of a commercial beauty money girl, dress classically and beautifully money. If you're edgy, work to it. Don't go over the top, because it's a bit try hard and a bit me. But certainly have your own style. Work out what kind of trends there are at the moment, but don't just wear that. Be creative, because that's what will make you stand out. Have your own little take on it. Do you see what I mean? Don't just follow the crowd. So work on your strengths. That's the best advice I can really give you. And also, there's one thing being told by your family or your friends saying, oh, you're really tall, you could be a model, but there's so much more than that. So have personality and do some research. Let's say someone gets you in a booth and they want you to move a little bit. Study the magazines, look at editorial shoots, look at commercial shoots, see some of the classic techniques that girls use, and remember them, and practice in front of the mirror. So if they do ask you to do some shots and some Polaroids, that you're prepared. It makes you look good. But be your individual. Does that work? Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. But I think something else that always arises on the show is that not all of them have knowledge about the designers and stuff like that. So do you think that's necessary as well?
I think it's good to have some knowledge, because if you're passionate about being a model and you're passionate about being fashion, then it goes without saying you should know some designers, and not just the obvious high-end ones. You should know some of the up-and-coming designers and some of the ones that are about to explode. Emerging talent, absolutely. But you need to know some key designers. You need to know some of the biggies.
Probably should.
Yeah, but then having said that, if you're completely oblivious and you have an amazing look that they just think, wow, because there are lots of people who get discovered who've never even thought about modelling and couldn't care less about it. So there's the flip side. But if you're one of these people who's going to go and bang on about being passionate about it and you don't want anything else, then know about it.
Yeah, back it up.
Back it up, son. You get me. Do you know what I mean?
It's quite good, though.
Right?
Who you've been hanging out with?
Yeah, that's it, though. I've got a proper load of people behind me. Yeah. I've got diverse friends. That's the thing. You see, that's another wonderful thing about the industry is that you travel around the world if you're lucky enough to work a lot. And you mix with people from all over the shop and all walks of life. And one great thing about modelling industry is it's a real leveller. You know how blokes can have quite a chip on their shoulder if they come from here. You've got poncy people, rich people, and you've got people who've had it hard all their life and come from all different areas, all doing the same jobs together and all getting on together. All the stigmatism and all those preconceptions about a certain person go. That's one of the really nice things about modelling. You're all in it together, really, and it makes you realise that actually just because he comes from money or just because he comes from there or just because whatever, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter in the end.
That's a nice positive note. I want to kind of end it on that, but I want an exclusive first before I let you go.
God, really?
Yeah, sorry, about the next cycle of Britain's Next Top Model.
I don't know.
You know nothing, oblivious.
And on nothing. The next cycle, no, I mean, who knows?
Probably going to be some new twists, do you think? They usually are.
Always going to be new twists. They're always going to bring new twists in. Not for me to say.
You need to end it on a high then. Let's think of another way.
Well, come to the show. The show's going to be amazing. Honestly, if you have any interest in fashion, and obviously the clothes show is such a long-established show, and now it's combined with Next Top Model Live, it's just so much happening in one place. So just come along. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really good. And come and see the girls from this year as well.
Boys should come just for that reason as well, shouldn't they, really?
Yeah, there is that, exactly. But there are actually a lot of the shopping as well, a lot of the boutiques as well. It's not just geared towards girls. There's so much stuff there. So much.
No reason not to come, is there?
There's so much independent stuff there that it's not all just about jewellery and stuff that's specifically geared towards girls. There's a lot of stuff there for girls and women, but there's a lot of upcoming designers for men and women. So yeah, come along. Come along. There's lots for everyone.
I'll see you there then.
See you there.
Look forward to it.
Cool.
Thank
nice
you.
To meet you.
You too. Bye.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Good.